to day 2 of making your own sourdough starter. So we mixed our very first mixtures yesterday, 24 hours ago, and we left it in a warm or cozy spot to start the fermentation process and hopefully to awaken some of the wild yeast that is present in the flour. So at this point you want to actually have a look inside your jar, and also you can look around the sides of the jar. You can try and see whether the starter has risen at all above the line of the elastic band. If not, it's not a disaster, don't panic. And you also want to look inside and see whether there are any bubbles. If there are bubbles, magic, great sign, because that means that we have the very first signs of life. If not, don't panic. Your starter might just need a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more time. And do remember, starters are going to test your patience. They will drive you a little bit crazy. You'll sometimes want to panic about them because you think they're half dead, but don't worry, it's all part of the process, and you just need to give them a little bit of TLC. So right now we're going to add, if you have bubbles, we're going to add flour to the mixture. If you have no bubbles, set it aside again, so don't feed it now, just set it aside in a warm place again for 24 hours. But if you do see a few bubbles, which I see in my jar, and I also see that it's risen a little bit on the side. So I'm going to be feeding exactly the same feeding as yesterday, and I will be adding my 50 grams or 50 milliliters of lukewarm water and my 50 grams of flour. Again, it's 45 grams of all-purpose flour and 5 grams of dark rye flour. You guys might be using just plain bread flour or wholemeal flour or rye flour, that's 100%. So let's get cracking. We're going to add our lukewarm water to the jar. We are going to grab our rubber spatula and just help the flour into the jar as well. Go, first little bit, and now we're just going to mix it all together. So just make sure that all the dry bits disappear. You don't have to do much more than that. And here we go. The next section will require you to just change the level of the elastic band around the jar. So this is now the new level of the starter in the jar, and we're going to cover it and set it aside again for 24 hours in a warm and cozy spot. Right, see you guys tomorrow.